I think we're on. Okay, so lovely to see you. I have Jenny Collier here. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Paul.
So how's your fringe going? Such a generic question and so potentially complex so early on.
So complex.
Yes.
It's great. I'm a bit hungover today,
Cool.
but loving it. Really enjoying the fringe so far.
Okay, so that actually works well for the first question, which is also the fringe has lots of temptations and excitement. And have you been drinking a lot? Not more drinking, but the excess of the fringe is easy to enjoy, isn't it? And it's a 3-week run. How do you think you can survive it this way? Because I'm worried myself. That's all about me.
I mean, I'm also worried. I lasted 2 days alcohol-free, which was more than I expected.
Yeah.
But then when I hit it hard, and I've had 2 days of staying out until daylight.
Wow. And what time was your shows?
5 p.m.
5
So
p.m.
I
Okay,
got in at 5 a.m. So that's.
I mean, you look like you're really awake, and it's still. I mean, how many days are you in? So is this 5 days in for you, or?
That was my 5th show today. Yes.
5th show, yeah. So, and energy-wise, are you cool with it? Or are you kind of flagging already?
Cool is a strong word for my energy levels. There were dips in my kind of awakeness, even while I'm on stage. But I'm going to rein it in, I think, in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do it in waves.
Because I always say that, and then. I don't know.
It ends up being like one large tidal wave for the whole month.
Yeah. So it is a long run. Do you have any days off at all during your?
I don't have any days off, and I even was foolish enough to book in an extra show of my show. So I finish it, and then I have to half an hour later go somewhere else and do the whole hour again.
I got offered that yesterday for my show, but it was 15 minutes after it finishes, and I just wouldn't know where I am anymore. I think that'd be too much. But so I'm sort of trying back. How do you find your happy place away from the fringe if it all gets too much? Because you're obviously doing a lot of stuff up here, a lot of guest slots as well. So you're just full on fringing.
I've booked in over 70 extra spots.
Wow, so trousers.
Which I don't really know how I did that. And then I looked at my diary and I'm like, oh, holy Jacob's Creek.
You can swear on this if you like. It's fine.
Okay.
Everyone else has. So,
holy shit bars. And so I can't really envisage finding a kind of relaxed time.
Yeah.
But I think looking at September as the sort of the time when you can just relax, have a bath or something. Yeah. Read a bit of a book.
Get a book on. Yeah. That's
can't wait for that.
Yeah. So, but are you worried about this fringe? Because also we're 5 days in, and with such an intense schedule, are you going to be?
Well, I'm not too worried because I'm doing the free fringe, so it's very relaxed. It's really good, like not too high pressure. Obviously, you want to do the best show you can.
Yeah.
But there's no like. You need to make sure you're selling this many tickets or getting this many stars. It's just having a good time and doing the best show you can. And party.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried. My throat's a little bit sore.
Of course.
And I'm hosting Spank again tonight.
I saw your post on Facebook about earlier, so that was a late show.
And it involves lots of shouting and dancing and singing. And drinking, but I might only be doing that for 2 nights. So I think that'll simmer down, and it'll all be really well behaved and just moderate.
Or your body just really adjusts to it, and then that's your life.
Exactly.
Now this is how you want to live your life. So it sounds like you're on a really lovely run so far, and everything's going well for you, nice audiences, all that stuff. When things don't go well, which I'm sure it won't happen at all in this run. No, of course. Okay, fair enough. Is there a rule you give yourself, like to get over it quickly, or do you just get down about it?
So my first show was quite poorly attended. There was, I think, 13 people, and it was quite a quiet one.
Sure.
And so you can risk feeling like, oh no, it's going to be a horrible run. Yeah. But when you look back at previous fringes, you're like, it always takes a couple of days to just settle into the room, settle into what's happening. Make it so that you're not having your retinas seared by the spotlight.
Of course.
And so you work out the room, and so you could just work from it, learn from it, and have a good old fun time once you figure it out.
Good old fun time. So you're treating this as well. Obviously, it's your job, isn't it? The comedy as well as the fringe. So, are you making it a holiday as well? Are you kind of trying to see the good in this, or is it purely just work? Because someone I was chatting to yesterday, she has like a real business plan laid out of I fly at this time, I do my show here, I network for an hour. And I was like, hey, and it was just kind of if that's how it works. Then you got switch off time afterwards. Yeah. Are you like that, or is it just all one big beautiful haze that you just go through.
It's
and
definitely a haze. It's probably not a beautiful one. It's like last night I thought that I would have a nice relaxed evening, so I did schedule in some relaxed time.
Yeah.
But then I got drafted in to do a show, and so I don't think you can really plan for it that well, because you can't say like, I'm definitely going to fly for an hour at this time, if at that time you're fast asleep because you've only just gone to bed and things like that. So like, I don't plan it out like that. But I wouldn't say it's like a holiday.
No.
It's like it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'll just throw out a couple of cliches because I haven't got a real answer.
No, it definitely is a marathon. It's very long. Yeah. So, how are you with people? Because it's like I've asked a lot of people in the show already. Like, when I judge a room when I walk in, and that's really bad. Like I was just chatting to Lily Phillips from the Ruby Darlings just a minute ago, and she said, "No, everyone's going to like it." Or not worse to that extent, but it's kind of like a sense of that she can get them on side. She's confident of that. Whilst I'm kind of like I look at them and go, "No chance. Fuck it. What's the point?" And then have to do an hour for them. So
that was I know exactly what you mean, because yesterday my audience let themselves into the venue before they'd been given clearance, and so when I came in I was like, you naughty people, like who was the ringleader? And they all laughed and they were all like, aren't we naughty? And it made for a really nice atmosphere. Sure. And so today I just sort of let themselves in. I did say queue here, and then they let themselves in again. I was like, ooh, another nice naughty crowd. And I came in and I was like, naughty people, and they were like
they're apologetic.
It was really hard work, and they were just, for the first kind of few minutes when I was talking to them and trying to like establish some kind of rapport, they were just like, where are the jokes, please? Where are the real like set up?
Where are the proper jokes? It's kind of
so there was a bit of me going, ooh, might be difficult, but you just it happens.
You don't beat yourself up because you know what you're doing is fine, isn't it? And stuff. And do you worry though? Because I don't consider you to be alternative at all. I think you tell jokes. I've seen you before, and also, but obviously the Fringe, certain people with a certain mindset will turn up expecting to see the Michael McIntyre or something like that. Do you have that fear that might happen to you, and what you're doing is pushing the boundaries a little bit, or?
Well, this show is ruder than I've gone before, so I do. There is a little bit of concern that people will leave going, that was disgusting, or like I did not expect that. But I've tried to make the flyer tell you that it's not like family friendly.
It's an 18 plus venue as well.
Well, it's 16 plus on my flyer. I think it might be an 18 plus venue. Should wheedle them out. But I don't think anybody's expecting Michael McIntyre, because it's a 5-story nightclub that smells of sick.
It's the Free Fringe.
So it's all very like rough and ready.
Once they've got to the room, they know what they're taking on, aren't they? I was chatting to somebody 2 days ago who saw you in Brighton. They really liked you, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
Really, and he just said, there's a comedian called Jenny. And I said, is that Collier? And it's like, And it was 2 old guys. One of them was called Dave, and he couldn't make your show this year, and he's really apologetic. So that's Dave with a beard. I don't know if
yes, they were in the front row in Comedian.
And they were trying to get to you this year as well. And they didn't like my show, but they loved yours. So they still tipped. I don't care. So I've got their money, but no, they weren't into it at all. But no, they loved you anyway. It's kind of weird. I was chatting to them afterwards. They just referenced you straight away. I thought, what's that all about? So is this your 3rd year at the Fringe? 2nd year?
8th year.
8th year.
Yeah, but not in a comedy form. So like I was in a play that was not comedy. Then I was in a sketch show. 2-hander with the beautiful Lucy Cox.
Hello.
Hilarious.
Want to turn the camera around or sort of wait? That's the hands. Lovely.
And then 2 40-minute shows, 1 hour show, and then this is my 2nd hour.
Wow.
So I think that's 8.
So you're quite Fringe toughened, should we say? So any really cheesy questions? Any advice for comedians doing it for the first time on how to get through it, or just let them learn for themselves?
Just enjoy it. Because this thing of networking is really just getting pissed with strangers. So just have a really lovely party time. Go and meet new people. And every gig you do, have a little natter to the other acts, because then they'll give you tips for other places to go. And it's not networking, it's just having a lovely time with friends.
Because I do a lot of stuff in music. I work as a drummer, and a lot of musicians I don't like, I must admit, but comedians, I've never met a comedian I don't like the company of. Have you found that? So everyone's just so nice, aren't they?
It's lovely. This is what I love about Edinburgh, is you can walk down the street and you immediately just bump into loads of lovely pals.
Yeah, it's just,
Great.
last night I tried to have a quiet night and I bumped into a comedian friend in a bar and it ended up being a 2 a.m. thing. I just want some space. Yeah, but it's actually quite nice at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's why I look like this. So we need time to quickly to plug your show, because this will go out probably the end of this week, actually, week 1. So have you got a flyer at all to wave? Got your director here has.
Which one is less creased?
This is amazing.
My show. Hello, what a flattering angle. So this is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Jen. And it's nothing to do with Harry Potter. It's got one Harry Potter joke in it, but it's filth. And so don't expect any wizard jokes. And on at 5 p.m. every day in Espionage. Thanks.
Thank you. Jenny Collier.
Hello.
Sorry, that's awkward. It was Steve McLean. Hi, Steve. How you doing? McLean. Sorry. So that's the first time.
To be fair, we're a day and a half in, and that's the first time it's happened.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I've only met you once before as well. Actually, that's a strange gig. It was a nice gig. I enjoyed it. But yeah.
I've started just going with it now. I only interrupted you there because it's my room and I feel my name should be right in my
your
bedroom.
Posters on the back there.
There we go. You're getting right in there.
That's nice, actually, isn't it?
That's looking good. Welcome.
Thank you. As you've had.
This is where the action happens, guys.
Oh well, okay. I'll hang around, not for too long, but yeah. That's it's weird actually, because I decided to set all it up, and I thought, okay, nice, get the Fringe vibes and all that stuff, and get the beer and all. And everyone so far suggested going to their flats. It's a case of everyone's trying to protect themselves a bit.
I think this is the Fringe vibe.
We actually more chilled out than we thought. Maybe I'm just rock and roll.
I just think we like to keep the real world away.
Yeah, actually, it's away from the audiences, and
it's very people-y outside.
And it's. I've ranted too much about people already in the last episode. But it's kind of, I generally don't like them, and it's concerning when I had an audience today. I was like watching, I thought, oh god, but really, we doing this, and are we?
You do get that. If you get 1 or 2, you think, oh god, no, and then you get 5 or 6, and you think maybe, and then it's 10. It's like, oh, we definitely have to go.
Have to work for this now.
1 or 2, you can always blame the audience.
Yeah.
6, you give them. You can say to them, do you want this to carry on? And if you ask them a question like that, they're like, nah.
When it gets to 30, you're thinking, what are you expecting from me? Why are you
10,
here?
Over 10, you feel you have to give them a show. Over 30, it's like, you guys have got the wrong room. You're here for something else.
I see my flyer. I wouldn't go and see this shit. Your flyers are very good though. I like those, aren't they?
I don't know how much you can see, but I imagine what you'll do with the trickery of editing is put a picture over.
Of course,
top.
I will do now.
So that one, the Autopsy Soul of Richard Nixon, is a painting by the comedian Johnny Glasgow.
Okay.
And then it was touched up a little bit and made into a proper flyer by my friend Darren. And then that one is just a bastardisation of a flyer I had 3 years ago, and rather than pay someone else to redesign it.
So you just added a number and kind of just
Paint, Microsoft Paint,
which is going.
They're removing Microsoft Paint. Anarchy Cabaret 4 is screwed.
Yes, there'll be a knocked off version, I'm sure. Or just don't change your PC.
Don't
ever update it. We're a day into the Fringe for you. So it's day 1.
First day. I've had my first show. It went better than expected. And I had a decent, and I say decent, I had 14 people in.
That's good.
They're 14 people I wanted in. I'm not doing any real flyering this year. I'm hoping people will come to the show because it's not a comedy show.
Sure.
I'm doing a monologue about the soul of Richard Nixon defending his actions in the afterlife. And you watch him rehearse his speech that he's going to give before an afterlife jury, and that's me doing the speech. So yes.
What time is that on?
It's on at 1:10 p.m. 1:10 p.m. at the Natural Food Cafe. Every day except Tuesday.
That's a lovely room, actually. I saw George Veer's show that
right,
and it was nice.
It's just the right size, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it holds about 20, doesn't it? Or so
that's it. I mean, I put myself had 14 in, and that's 3/4 full.
So
in many ways, I'm up there with the the England national football team and you too.
Totally. Yes. And which sounds like the complete opposite to your other show, which Anarchy Cabaret, because just the title Anarchy Cabaret is suggests that's going to be loud and raucous and kind of.
That's a late night thing. That's for me because I mean I am a stand-up. I'm not an actor. And the Nixon play is a labour of love. Whereas Anarchy Cabaret is for me. It's for me to cut loose and do what I like to do, which is generally shout and berate
which
people.
I've seen you doing that strange that gig in Cambridge. There's American people around the corner. And you just kind of went for them. It was lovely. I enjoyed that.
They got involved. They enjoyed it.
They did.
It's kind of. I think there was 3. Because you have to address the American question whenever you do a gig.
Sure.
Did you or did you not vote for Donald Trump? I think 3 of them didn't, and 1 of them did. And you could see in the eyes of the 3 that didn't that they hated having to sit with this guy. He was clearly a friend of one of them, and it's like, you're not part of our original growing up gang. He's come later. With his and there was real hatred in the eyes of the other 3 about the guy who proudly said, I voted for Trump.
Because he seemed quite proud of it. It was very bizarre, wasn't it? So more of that for Anarchy Cabaret for you, do you reckon?
Well, if I get Americans in.
Just lots of shoutiness and kind of, it's a late night show, isn't it?
It's late night, and then I've got a kind of a revolving door of guests who aren't stand-ups. I mean, it's really, there's 100 shows where you can go and see 4 stand-ups. You know what I mean? And I want to do a show that is different. And and even if that's character acts and magic and just something that's not just for guys working through their issues. And I'm not saying something wrong with that, because I do love stand-up comedy.
It's just a lot of it, isn't it?
There's so much. I mean, you look on Edinburgh Fringe forum, and there's a split shows of 3 or 4 people, and that's great, and it's good people are doing the shows, but something a little bit different, a little bit late night, and I'm not what I call a traditional stand-up. I do just thanks man, thanks for backing up really quick there.
I enjoy it.
I just berate people and shout at them, and so if that's what you like, guys, come along and get shouted at. I'll tell you what's wrong with your life.
It's the complete opposite, isn't it? Your shows, I'm fascinated by how different they actually are, and it's
I tell you, the Nixon idea is something been brewing for a while. It's a labour of love, because I sit here slagging off Donald Trump, and I'm what you might call a fan of Richard Nixon. I know such things maybe not exist, but I do admire. It's that old joke. Johnny Glasgow was saying to me today, what's the old joke? You do all this, you do all this, you do all this, and then you shag one sheep, and that's all anyone ever talks about. And it's true. All anyone ever talks about is Watergate, and there's so much more. It's kind of. So it's that kind of. I want to say that to people. I was sick of saying that to people, constantly telling them, no, there was more. And people don't want to sit and listen to you talk about Richard Nixon, but here they have to, because they're in a room. And I'm doing the performance by the door.
It's not. They can't get out, can they? I know. And it's downstairs.
It's downstairs.
Yeah, there's no escaping it.
It's well lit. And also, it's not like it's a comedy show where you can up and walk out. If you walk out of a show that's a monologue, everyone's judging you. So they have to listen to what I got to say.
So it's gonna be a long run, isn't it? And thanks, man, thanks. No, we're for them.
It's gonna be a hard fringe for you this year. Don't get your hopes up.
No. It sounds like it's gonna be a fast. You got 14 in for the first one. That's awesome. But how do you intend to survive it in the nicest possible way? Because it sounds like we're already sort of looking after bodies. You're going to be drinking less. Because I was drunk last night. I got here yesterday and I got drunk straight away with fellow sort of comedian friends after the PVH meeting and stuff. And I got back and I thought, okay, how's this gonna last? It can't last with it.
Let me ask, how much have you spent to be here? Round it up. Round it down.
A lot. I've got a cheap deal on my accommodation this year, but it's pushing $1,000 comfortably. More than that,
So I've got 2 shows in the book, so that's £800. Accommodation's $1,000. I'm a freelance worker, and it essentially costs me $3,000 to be here. Those guys that come up, they pay all this money to come up here, and they get absolutely lashed every night. I don't understand it.
No.
You know what I mean? I've come up here to work.
You're here to do the show. And that's the priority.
And you might not look at my shouty bollocks Anarchy Cabaret and think he's not working hard, but I'm up here to develop my skills, and no one gets discovered up here anymore.
No,
but people get better.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what I'm here for. 5 years in the role. This is my fourth Fringe. And every year I've come up with a goal, not to get stars, so I think you survive it by, one, managing your expectations, and two, having a sanctuary. Now, this doesn't look like a sanctuary.
No, but compared to a lot of
Fringe terms,
it really is.
There's not 6 people in here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
think it's important to pay a little bit extra for your accommodation, so you've got somewhere that's your space and a quiet space.
Of course, yeah.
And then, I mean, and how get a focus as well of something else. So do you know the James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Yeah.
Right. So they were shooting for like 9 weeks in Switzerland on a resort.
Yeah.
And Joanna Lumley, who was one of the extras, she's now, obviously everyone knows Joanna Lumley.
Sure, yeah.
But she organised all of these girls who were all trapped in this mountain villain's lair.
Yeah.
And she organised them all. She said, "We're here for 9 weeks. We need a project."
Yeah.
And so she got everyone knitting and crocheting and sewing and making things when the downtime was. And so that's it. You've got to have something.
The other thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The football season starting.
Yeah.
Help.
Well, I mean, I'm up with the kids. I've got right into Tetris. I think Tetris is I'm going to come back. I might be broke, and I might realise that this isn't for me, but I'll be amazing at Tetris.
Yeah.
You've got to have
level 9 or something.
And you've got to take it seriously.
Yeah,
you've got
to have that.
You know what I mean? You've got to have that release. And also, with there's certain kind. I know I don't really drink up here, but there's certain kind of things you have a release. It's like we go to a karaoke night and forget about stand up and things like that.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I know you're a professional musician, so a karaoke night probably sounds awful to you.
Horrifying. It's genuinely, it's not the ukulele. It's not mentioning any more ukulele stuff, which we did off air. But it's kind of
So many acts of I say clash here of comedians. Really love it, and I think what it is, and some really good at it. Ashley Hayden's got a great voice. You know Ashley Hayden.
I don't know the name, but I don't know.
He's got a show. How sweary am I? Like
you can be as like fine.
He's got a show last year. He had a show last year called We're All Cunts.
Okay. Yeah.
And this year it's called We're Still All Cunts. And so he's got a cracking voice. We discover, but I think that as well. We go to the karaoke night, you get to perform, but without the pressure of, it doesn't matter if you're shit.
There's no bucket.
There's no, you can go up and go, and that's a song, by the way. That's how I sing it.
Oh yeah.
That was My Way by Sinatra.
Oh, so I thought it was the Crash Test Dummies. So any other tips? A lot of people come up here for the first time maybe as well, and I think for this podcast video thing, whatever it's turned into, I kind of like the idea of finding happiness in things that you wouldn't find happiness in. So like last year, I got really angry by a cappella singers in the street. I just got really annoyed by that. And how do you get angry? I mean, obviously you do. You're human, and do you find ways around this, or just accept the fact you're angry?
It's just, first of all, you have to find out what makes you angry.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of hammer it, because I'm like you, street performers. I think it's great, but. And I see why they're doing it, because there's thousands of people around.
Yeah.
But when there's thousands of people around, it's really annoying to have a massive circle stopping you getting to where you're going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is infuriating, but it's about managing and anger in general. If you know what makes you angry, you can tackle it, because you can say, I know that makes me angry.
Yeah.
So know what your buttons are.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me you've got the same buttons as mine. If you went down Oxford Circus, you get really annoyed at the crowd. And I always tell myself, know what your buttons are. This gets on. So
avoid them.
Yeah. Not even avoid them. Just that kind of fight it with, I know this makes me angry. Therefore, I won't be angry. You know what I mean? But you have to drum it into your head, because anger comes at you.
You know what I mean?
It's kinda...
Well, I was late for my show today, and I carried the box drum on my back, and I couldn't get through the crowds, and I knew I was late for my first show, and I was getting really... And then in my head, I was thinking, Paul, they're all entitled to be here as much as you are. And I was getting, I look like a Deliveroo driver with this thing on my back, I'm trying to get through the crowds and stuff. I was like, they must know I have a show on. What's wrong with them? And I was just watching these street performers. I got really annoyed by by that. And it's just day one. It doesn't bode well, does it?
I thought that yesterday. Our PA hadn't been delivered, and the room was at the right state. And I'm thinking, if this is day one, this is what the rest of this run is going to be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of comedians having little folding bikes.
Okay.
Kate Smurthwaite's got one, and Trevor Locke has one.
Is that to get out of the city? Is that just to get out of the way?
I think it's to get around the city.
Okay, yeah.
Because it kind of, people will get out your way if you go ding ding ding.
Yeah.
And also, travelling out of the city as well. But I think that might be the way forward. A folding bike.
Yeah, just to get away. And so you got any days off at all?
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays off. And what are you going to do those days? You going to embrace the Fringe? You're going to escape from it for a bit? So you're going to?
Well, what I usually do on my first Tuesday is I go and see everything I want to see.
Yeah.
Because I take Tuesdays off because I've realised first Tuesday everyone's gone home from the first weekend, and the new people haven't started arriving till the Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So you're statistically going to get your lowest numbers. That's why they have the 2 ticket deal on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I take Tuesdays off.
Yeah.
I do that. I buy the all the pay shows I want to see. I see on the first Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then the second Tuesday, I usually just cut myself out completely.
Yeah.
And don't talk to anyone. I might go because my parents live just outside of Glasgow.
Okay. Yeah.
I might take a little trip out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the third Tuesday, I think I get involved again because.
But you need that one day off.
Yeah, you need one day completely non-Fringe related.
I mean, because I've got to drive to Herefordshire in my one day off to do a band gig,
nice,
and it's a huge gig, and everyone's
is the gig paying the cost of the petrol, as in?
No, the band's cover. We got a band kitty type thing, so I'll scrape even on it. Right. I was doing it, and it's but
that's performers, guys. We scrape even.
Exactly, this is my living.
What's a scrape even you're talking about?
Yes, and I kind of, and everyone's saying to me, no, Paul, we can get a dep in, we can do all that, and I kind of said, no, a day out from the Fringe. I know it's like a 14-hour round trip driving, but we're on the bill, Charlatans, Velodrome Boy, and all that stuff. I'm very excited about the idea of that, so I kind of figured, actually, that would be good for me.
Did you say you're drumming for the Charlatans?
No, our band were on the same festival as them.
Right,
I kind of figured that. So no.
I was going to say.
So breaking even on that would be a bonus.
I didn't see that in the NME. Charlatans, you drummer.
But there's lots of Velodrome Boy and all that stuff, and Feeder, I think, and Aswad. So that's going to be awesome. So I know. So I kind of figured to get out of the Fringe for one day. I'm actually doing a show in the morning. We don't tell our bandmates that. They don't know that yet. They thought I'd cancelled it, but I'm still doing it.
When's this going out?
Probably after, actually. Yeah. They'll know.
Great. I can't wait till you plug my show in the third week.
No, it's all coming out in the second week. So from next Monday, I think. I might wrap up soon. A quick final plug of everything that you're doing.
Bandmates.
They might cut this bit.
It's taking the piss out of you. It's taking money out of your pocket.
I just didn't agree at PBH, so I'll get a day off. That's all. So, any final plugs quickly, Steve?
I mean, you know what? I don't want to say that guy, come and see my show. What I will say is take a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, take a chance. There's the PBH Free Fringe is amazing. There's a little blue book that's going around, and it's listed in time order, and you see things. So when you are walking around looking for something to do, look in the wee blue book. It's 3:00. Take a chance on something. Don't just stick with Al Murray or whoever that you see every single year. Take a chance on a Richard Nixon play delivered by a guy that doesn't really know his words yet. Take a chance on an Anarchy Cabaret. Take a chance on a guy drumming. But just take a chance on something you wouldn't usually do. Is my tip for the Fringe and final plug.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Cheers. I should shake your hand here, even though I say but thank you. Cheers. Let's turn it off.